Hi guys, in this video, I will walk you through how I build this online banking website for my clients and how I made it more secure so that it can last longer. But before we get started, let me show you something. As you can see, this is a full functioning online banking website, clean, smooth user experience, and everything works perfectly. But here's the interesting part. This website is built in a way that help reduce the chance of it being taken down by the hosting provider. This landing page only shows a simple welcome screen with a button enter the site. Since most hosting bots doesn't click button, it helps avoid automatic detection. This makes the site more stable and able to last longer. So now let me show you how it works. So let's enter the site. So once you click on enter our site, so as soon as you get in, you're welcome with a clean and modern Euro session with a smooth background slider, as you can see, that gives it premium look. So as we scroll down, we are going to see everything is well designed, and here are the powerful, features. All the main color on this website can be changed directly from the admin panel without writing a single line of code. So if you're building this for a client or you're building it for yourself, you can easily customize everything in a minute. So in this video, I will show you step by step how to build something like this for yourself or your client. Even if you don't know how to code, just follow along and you will get it. So now let's quickly check the other pages. Here's the about page and the inner pages. So as you can see, everything is clean, consistent, and fully customized. All these header color can be customized from the admin side, and you can see the contact page. So now let me quickly show you how all this color can be adjusted from the admin side. So we come here to this is the admin side, and we come here to appearance. As you can see the color theme has been indicated here. So this is the primary color, and all this color that is here, I will definitely be showing you how to generate those color later in the video. So another great features is that users can switch between light or dark mode, and depending on your preference you can switch between light or dark mode. So guys, let's log into the system. So as you can see, the login page still keeps the same clean and professional look. Users can also create a new account. So we are in the register page now, and the sign-up process is simple. It is divided into 4 steps: personal information, contact details, account setup, and security. This make everything smooth and user-friendly. So now let's log into our account and see what we have on the dashboard. So you have to put in the PIN. And just like that, we are now in the user dashboard. So let me take you through this user dashboard. As you can see, it maintains its professional and premium look. So right here, you can see your active virtual card, and you can see your recent transaction here, which will take you directly to your transaction history. So you can see all your transaction history right here. So these are the transactions you've made on the system, so users can track that. So this system comes with two two balance card, which it can be easily toggled on and off. So if you want to show just the fiat balance, you can definitely show it, and if you want to show the the crypto balance also. Maybe the clients want the crypto balance, they can easily have their crypto balance and they can easily swipe between the two balance. And just by any means that they don't want to see this crypto balance, they can easily come here and toggle it off, and it will only show the fiat balance, which is the primary balance. So there's a quick action area they can make transfer, pay bills, request, or bank details. So which will give you a pop-up of what's happening, your bank name, your bank account, and all that. So then right here in the transaction, I've already showed you the transaction. So the users can request for their card. So users can request for card and apply, and or they can monitor their card. You can view your card details if you've already applied for one and it has been approved by the admin. So you can show the card details or copy the number here, or you can flip the card to see your CVV. All right, so right now users can make transfer to can make transfer by local bank or international. So when they make transfer, let's quickly make a transfer. So you are going to quickly make a transfer here. So that you see that the transfer features work very well. So we choose checking, and routing, just take number. I try them just to make simple for the purpose of this tutorial. So right now, so you can save the beneficiary or you can just preview. Then once they preview and everything is good, you can just confirm the transfer and the transfer will start initiating. Once you start reading to complete, since if your code is activated on this account, it will redirect the user to the code. So the code now, so before you proceed then you can now start putting the code. Like I mentioned, this system comes with 5 codes that can be activated from the admin. Let me just show you that. Here are the 5 codes that comes: the system code 1, code 2, code 3, code 4, and code 5. So you have access to change the code and the code write up information, which is here. To be edited, you can turn on and off the code, and you can also initiate the OTP code. So these are the code, you can turn them off and on. So this code here, you can see it in the user account. So once you assign, you can assign each code randomly to the user account. So let me show you. So our user right now will logging in as 1234 for IMF code, 1234 for Swift code, and 1234 for IMF clearance code. So which is going to be 1234. Let's confirm. So the code will load and it will authenticate, and if is verify, it was going to show us. Now it's load the second code. So let's now input one code here, 1233, and see what the system will show us. As you can see, it brought error that invalid error code, contact support for the code. So that's how it works. So now same thing applies to international code. Then the deposit to user can deposit with any means you set from the admin. They can deposit with USDT, bank transfer, credit card, Bitcoin. Any settings you set from the admin, it can be controlled by from the admin side. And the user have option of swapping currency between, like I said, the system comes with crypto balance and normal USD balance, and you can swap currency between both. So and it works with live crypto currency in the real world, so you don't have to worry. So then we have the loan features, the tax reform features, grant features, and settings. See, this system comes with a lot of features that I'm going to take you through on how I build this website, and I'm going to be showing you how I build this website from scratch. I'm going to start from how I buy the domain to how I connect it with the hosting and how to make this best practice on how to build this particular site and make it more secure, because we are not going to be buying the hosting and domain from the same platform. We are going to separate so that we can put extra layer of security for our banking website so that it can last longer. So I've built banks that have last for 1 year. So I'm showing you the best practice I use on how to make those banks last for 1 year, and it's not going to be taken down unless it's aggressively reported. Before we get started, let me just run you through what the admin can do. So the admin, let's just quickly do the manage user. So and see some of the features, some of the things the admin can do. So the admin can manage user. So this is the user account management from the admin. So then the admin can do a lot of things from here, so which we are still going to show in the full video. So the admin can credit or debit the user, the admin can generate transaction, you can edit the balance outrightly if you like. As you can see, this is the balance here. As you can see, the balance here and the balance here actually match. So this is the balance here, so this is the balance here also. So the admin can edit. Okay, so you will see all that in the testing phase. So once we finish it, so the admin can do change private reset password, and you can even log in as user. So there are a lot of features that the admin can do. The admin can view the grant application and can either accept, process, approve, or reject. So you can create new user. You can verify the user profile, and the admin can do a lot of things. And I already showed you the admin management system whereby you can do the payment system and appearance. So follow me as we start building the online banking website. All right, guys. So let's get started. Currently now I'm on my Hostinger account, my dashboard, and I will be showing you how I will be buying the domain, and also how I will connect it with my Hostinger. Then after my Hostinger, then I will show you how to build the beautiful banking website I showed you. So right now, the thing is, for you to allow your site to last longer, I will advise you don't buy both your hosting and domain from the same provider, because often either whether your site is reported or something happened or not, the hosting provider might decide to just take it down and just say, oh, you are violating some sort of agreement and all that, and they just take it down. But for you to be able to know that at least you protect yourself, or you've put some layer of protection on for yourself. So you rather just get it from separate providers. So probably one provider is handling the domain and the other provider is handling the hosting. So none of them has the autonomy to just decide that, oh, we don't like how this site looks, let's just take it down. Do you understand? So that is the best practice I've been using for more than a year now, and it has been allowing most of my site that I did for my clients to last longer, because if there is no bot patrolling and the hosting provider that is hosting doesn't have access to the domain, and the domain doesn't have access to the domain provider doesn't have access to the files you have on your website, so you tends to be secured more. So the only problem you might have is maybe your code or you have on the hosting provider has been already flagged by the provider, and they might decide to like, oh, we don't like these files, let's take it down, and then you still keep your domain. Or maybe your domain is already flagged by the domain provider and they feel like, okay, we don't like this, we need to take it down or suspend it, then your hosting files might still be intact. So the only time you might lose both is when you are properly reported for, for fraud or something that is against both platform policy. Then both platform will then have to take your site down. So the domain might be the first person to take it down, and if you're fast and smart enough, you can easily go into your hosting and download all your file before the hosting provider to get the memo and start and take your site down. So that's just the best practice on protecting yourself. So with that being said, let's get into it. All right, so now currently on my Hostinger dashboard, so I'm getting my domain from Spaceship, so which I'll be showing you guys how I'm getting it from Spaceship. Then I'll connect it right on this video on connect from Spaceship and do Hostinger for them to be able to handle the website for me correctly. So let's get started. So this is my hosting. I've already searched for the domain. I'll be using claytongroupholdings.com. And then again, if you're trying to build a banking website, I would advise you use a name that sounds super generic, but sounds like a bank name, but is not obviously a bank name. So that will not put any unnecessary attention on your site. So it tends to last longer. So that's another advice I can give. It tends to keep my site longer for more than a year. So let's go. So I'll check it out. All right, so I already have my card already, so I'm just going to charge it. All right, so it's processing. So I just bought my domain from Spaceship now. So the domain has been bought. So thanks for choosing Spaceship. So let it load finish, please. All right, so this is the domain here. So I just need to go to my library and it try to quickly connect it to my Ostinger, so which is very simple. So but you're going to see it right here. Like I said, this is the best practice to allow your site to last longer on the internet. So I have a bunch of domain here, so this is what we are interested in. So yeah, this ones. So you copy this, and we come here to our Ostinger. So then we come on add website. Then we click on custom PHP website. I think anyone that's using Ostinger should know this already. So I'm not going to explain much on it. So you search for the domain you want to add here. So Ostinger will search the domain and to let us know that it's already with another registrar. So you can say, do you own this domain? Use it. Yes, we own it. So we use it. We click on next and it will initialize. So once it's initialized, Ostinger is trying to set it up for us because Ostinger, partition all the domain in their own dashboard. So now, before Ostinger will just go directly and tell you that okay, you've set up your dashboard and you do the connecting. But I think they realize that many people are getting domain from different provider and they just provide a way to set it up easily for you now. So you can see, so they already showed me this is my current name server. So we are going to change our name server to this. So I just need to copy this name server here, come back to where our domain is. Then we come here to the name server, we click on it, and you can see this launch.spaceship.net is the same thing they are indicating for us that if we want to use their if we want to use their hosting, this current name server is not going to work with them. This is going to work with them. So that's why they provided for us. They've made it easy. So all you just need to do is click on change, then click on custom name server, then you paste the one that hosting gap gave you. You paste it here. Let's go and copy the second one. So it's two name server 1, name server 2, then we copy this one, then we come here and we paste it. So now that we paste it, all we just need to do is save settings. You see a pop-up around there. So it said to propagate full propagation can tell for data, which is not up to that. In the next 30 minutes max, it will properly propagate. So just tell hosting guy here that okay, I've updated. Then you can tell them to notify you by email once they've done the proper propagation that they've connected to the domain. So then we just close. So now Hostinger has given us our dashboard here. So he said your domain is connecting your site with accessible when the process finish. It may take up to 24 hours. It's not going to take up to that, but that's just what I gave you. In the matter of, like I said, 30 minutes is going to propagate fully. So I'm going to pause this video and come back and show you once it has finished propagating. So this is 11:15 a.m. of my time here. So I'll come back in the next 30 minutes or so to continue. So I'll be stopping the video here right now. So guys, so reloading our screen now. So you can see the domain has properly propagated. So you can see it's not telling us that I should transfer the domain to Hostinger because Hostinger realized that the domain is not with them. But domain has successfully connected. So let's click on it. It's going to display Hostinga landing page. That's it. This is the landing page for you to know that it's properly connected to Hostinga hosting platform. But as it seems now, it seems that Hostinga has installed the SSL certificate, which they're definitely going to do in due time. So they often do it automatically. I don't know, maybe because I reload quickly. So let's get on it. I believe they are going to install the SSL certificate automatically because Hostinga handle everything automatically. But let's check. Let's just check the SSL. So it's pending. It's okay. It's currently installing. So it will definitely install in a matter of time. So don't worry about that. So let's go back to our dashboard. So the SSL will be installed automatically. So once it's installed, we are going to see like a what's it called? Like a padlock button around it to indicate that the SSL has been installed. So now our domain is connected successfully, as you can see. So now we upload our website, like I show you the banking website. So we click on our file manager. So it's loading. Okay. Now we're in our file manager. So you come to public underscore HTML. Since because the website is pretty much new, so there's nothing here. So this screen we saw earlier, this is the code that is loading it. So this is the file that loads that particular Hostinga screen. So now we bring in our file. So we come to upload. Hold on, give me a minute. Okay, so let's bring in our file. So we come to upload here. So we click on file because it's a zip file. So if we click on folder, it's going to take ages before it's done. So I have all my list of my script and website I have done right here. So this is the one we are going to work on. This Aurevia trusted in. So right now, I'm still going to do another version of this video where it's going to undo the what's it called? Is going to handle the WordPress and the backend, but this one is just going to be the full code, which is going to be the PHP Laravel system. So it's going to be this one. So it's going to be this Nova Final. So sorry, I worked a lot on this, so this is going to be final. So now let's click on it and upload. So while the file is uploading, I will go to, okay, as you can see the SSL has been installed, so the padlock is here, as you can see. So now while that is going, so let's go to our database and quickly create a database. Now let's create a database. So the database can be I usually use, okay, let me just do. So our advice, you use the same thing you use as your database name for a database user. So my password is already inputted. Make sure your password has uppercase, sign, symbol, and numeric figure, and then it's up to like more than 8, so that it can be strong, as you can see. So I'm going to create a database. Sorry, there's space when I was pasting, so there shouldn't be space. So create. So now my database have been created successfully, which is right here. Don't mind all these are the sites I deleted earlier. So my database has been created. So this is it here. So I'll come to enter PHP admin. So mind you, this is still uploading. It's a little bit, so I don't know what's wrong with Hostinga lately. Their files, as the file upload has been very, very slow. I've been noticing that for some couple of days now. So I don't know why it's really, really slow like this. But let's leave that. So now the database has been created. So we bring in our database table, which is very simple. Then we choose and then we come here and we click on this is the database, so we come to open. That's the database. Then we import. The database upload is a little bit slow because of the other one we're doing, but it has upload completely. As you can see, 160 queries, so that means our database is intact. So now let's just wait for this particular one to upload. So right now I'm going to pause the video to allow this to upload completely. Then after it upload, I will come back and we'll continue. All right, so there was upload error in the other file, so I had to recompress the file so that it's not going to take longer for this video. So we are going to be re-uploading it. File. Then this time I'll upload this, which is 250 MB. So I'll be uploading this compressed version, which is 100 MB. So now let's click on it and upload. I actually showed this video so that in case anyone is interested in the script and I give them this 100 MB version, they might think maybe, oh, you are giving me a different script. You know, some people, once they have a little bit of issue, they don't try to troubleshoot or try to figure out what they did wrong. They immediately come and meet you and feeling like maybe you sell them something that is not working. So that's why I had to like we put this particular part in this video. So on a norm, I should have just uploaded it and just continue from where I stopped. But I have to show this on camera, so on record, so that you can see that it's the same file that I uploaded that is working perfectly. It's the same file you'll be getting if you're interested in the script. So again, once again, I'm going to pause this video and let it finish uploading. As you can see, the file is just now 105 MB instead of 250 MB that we are uploading the other time. We literally compress 150 MB out of it. All right, so the upload is almost done. Wow, it really took a while. I don't know what's wrong with Tostinger, but I mean, I've been here for like how many minutes now? Like 30 to 45 minutes or so. And glad it's finally done though. It'll be done in a seconds. All right, so our upload is finally done. So the next thing we're gonna do now is to extract. So we just come here and we right click, and once we right click, we click on extract here, as you can see. So once you extract, so one thing about Stinger is that it's gonna prompt you to create a file, a folder that you want to extract your file inside. They just don't extract it for you. So you create a folder. So what I'm gonna do is I usually just create a first name, like so that it can pop at the top, a or so that reason why I do this is because of course it goes in alphabetical order. So a is definitely gonna be at the top, so I can easily see my file even though when I extract all those bunch of files outside, so I'm not gonna lose it. I don't have to be looking for it. So let's just extract. So after we've extracted, we've done this particular zip file for us not to be looking for it everywhere. So it's better we just delete it now, because if you don't delete it and you keep it on your server, it's going to be dragging down your website. So we just delete it. So it's delete. So now the AA, so I come inside. So then this is the file I need. So on Hostinger, you can just click on one, then press Ctrl A so that I can highlight everything. So this particular forward icon is a move file. As you can see, is a move. This is download. This is upload. In case anyone wants to know, so this is a move file. So I click on it, then it will prompt me to where do I want to move it to. So this is like a back folder. So I want it to move into the public underscore HTML, not this, not this. So I click on it. So as you can see, it's already here. I'm not moving it here, so I want to move it here. So I'll click it now. So it's telling me currently navigating. As you can see, then you click on move. So because this particular file has some sort of default, and the default of that hosting guy is there, so it's asking me that do I want to, let's just say the name. So we just put one to it. So now We don't have any file here anymore, so we'll come back to our public underscore customer. As you can see, this A is still at the top. So if you probably name it something else, it might be down and we have to start looking for it. So let's just, now we don't need it anymore because there's nothing there, so we delete it. So now we have our file here. So remember the other time we created a database, so which you uploaded. So the database is here, sorry, our network interruption. So let's come back. So now we come down to relocate our AMV file, which is this one. So we click on it. So now that we have our AMV file, so we just come here. We just come here and then we are now going to put in our database information. So the database information, this is it here. Copy. So remember, we make our database name, our database user the same. So you just copy one of it here. So you can, if you separate, so you copy your database name, separate, then you copy. So, but since it's the same for me, so I'll just copy it. Then come back to my env file, then replace it right here. And replace it right here. I'll be changing my password of this screen. So save, then close. Okay, so now we've actually connect our database to this particular file. So and we've actually import our database. Remember, we imported our database the other time, and our database is here. So now technically our site should be live now. So let's go back to our domain dashboard, and hold on, I did a lot of information. I wanted to bring this up. Then let's click on it so that it will load our website, because that's what we need to do to install the website. So let's let it load. As you can see, our website is loading. So this should indicate that the site is loading. So now this is where you're going to land. So why do I put this Canva page? I call it Canva page though. It's just a page without either footer and with just a button. It's to protect your site from all these hosting bots. Like every hosting bot have like a bot, every hosting has a bot that comes on your website to check what your website is all about. So two things I ask you to be very mindful of: the domain name is not going to bring unnecessary scrutiny. So let it sound like what you want, but not exactly like it. Let it not be too obvious. And then once you do that, so definitely there won't be like, okay, there won't be a priority on the bot checking your website to see whether everything is in order or not. And even though they were doing a routine check, since your name is not obvious and they have like a routine bot that comes on your website, bot doesn't click on button. So bots just check what you have on your landing page. And right now, if any bot should land on this website, this is where they are going to land. There's nothing. They are just going to see we are professional, we are doing this, we do. And they will like, "Oh, this is just a normal basic website, this is just a landing page of sorts," and it will definitely go back. So it doesn't have to report anything, it doesn't have to flag anything. But if you use an obvious name and the bots need to check, and the bots say like, oh, it's not saying anything that looks like your name is, like, let's say you're using something like community bank or trust or something like that, it might go back and flag it for a human to come and check. And if a human check, they will definitely be clicking on the button and having access to your website. But if a bot comes on it, it sees that okay, everything doesn't look out of place, everything is on order, it doesn't click the button, it's just going to go out. It's just going to go out, and that's it. Your site is safe and your site can last 1 year, like my site does. So we click on enter our site. So once you click on it, that's when you now land on your proper landing page. So this is the landing page I built. This is the landing page of the system. So as you can see, it has a beautiful slider on the hero section background. So as of the information, you can change all this from the admin. You can change the color also. from the admin. So now let's go from black to white so you can so that you can see. So you can change the so everything is here. So if you want to change this right up, then you have to be have a basic knowledge of coding. I can show you where all the files is so that you can, manage it. Okay, let me just quickly show you now. So let's come back here. So if you want to like adjust the content here, the home, the about page content. Let's say maybe the content or the image doesn't really resonate with you very well and you want to adjust it, it's no problem. You just have to have a basic code idea of coding. So you come to this file place, so locate your resources. This is resources. Once you locate resources, anything that has to do with visual is on view file. Is on view file because this is a Laravel system. Anything that has to do with visual, that has to do with UI, that has to do with UI is on view. So for the end user, not the back end, but let me don't stress you more about that in case you don't understand. All I'm just trying to say, for you to locate something that is visual, you come to your view, and for the home page now, just come to home here. It's properly labeled, so then you locate your home. This is the home, this is the index. So this is the index. If you click to edit the index, so this is the image for the slider in case you want to swap out the image. So I will show you, just name your image properly, then you can duplicate or change directly the path of the image. I'll show you where you are uploading the image. So if you want to edit anything, so we do banking differently, your digital banking partner. So let me show you so that you can see that it's easily adjustable. You can see we do banking differently. So this is it right here. We do banking differently. So this was supposed to be so we do banking differently. So we believe come first. So this is the mobile tag. This is for the mobile. You can see mobile tagline. This is the desktop description because the viewer has different thing. So then come to this already member care. So just everything is properly labeled. It's properly labeled. As you can see, just take your time to check all the header so that you can see what you want to edit. As you can see, these are the branch hour, so it's not that difficult. So this is still the button here. As you can see, the button here, these are them. So if you want to adjust, the routing number, as you can see, it is here. So everything is properly labeled, so you don't have to worry about that. So if you want to come down and adjust, just make sure that anything you want to edit that has to do with this writing is going to be in white. Anything in green, avoid it completely. Avoid it, just do the white. Then anything that you see site name, this is just the dynamic content. They are not hard coded, they are dynamic content that you can change from the admin. So that is why you have them. They are dynamic content, but everything like this are hard coded, which you can easily change yourself. As you can see, so the high yield, so I want you to see, as you can see, high yield saving. So this is it right here. So this is it right here. So you can see the figure. So 3.7. So it's easy to edit if you want to edit the code. Like I said, I have a WordPress version of this front end, which I will do in the video next after this. But for now, this is for people that want to get the code-based system. Is for you. If you have a little background in coding and a little bit of common sense, you should be able to handle this thing. So, and I showed you, okay, let me go back quickly. Let me quickly go back again. So this is the image slider that in case you want to swap out the image right here or the image here. So all you just need to do is come, you see that this slash image home, this is the path for the image, right? So this is the path for the image. So all you just need to do is come here, come back here to our normal directory. So you come to come to image, then come to home. So once you come to home, as you can see, these are all the image that is featured on that home page, as you can see. So you can upload your image here. So once you upload your image here, then you can just get the file path and paste it in your code. So I don't want to do much on that. So let's move on. So let's move on. Let me take you through the system once again. So as you can see, the color can be adjusted from the admin. So, but the color is in Tailwind CSS. So there's a way you can generate your Tailwind CSS color series that you can use. As you can see, everything is in order. All this can be adjusted by you in case you are interested in handling that. So about all these pages are here. So let me go back and show you. So just come to the home folder. So this is the about. As you can see, your trusted partner in finances. You are going to see trusted banking partner committed. As you can see, so everything can be edited. Is well arranged, and is well arranged for you to manage. So now I think as you can see, the design is sleek and beautiful, and it has this traditional banking look, both modern and tradition. Now it's it's right there. So as you can see, so this is it. So now we are going to work on this logo to match our current bank. So because our current domain is Clayton Grove Holdings, do you get this is Clayton Grove Holdings? So we'll be working on a logo to match that and all that. So if anybody should, this will be /home. So just if you come directly, it's going to take you here. Do you get this is the safe place to protect your website. So and in case you want to edit something like this, so this one too is very simple. So this one is in the view, so you come here. So this is the file to edit. So this is a file to edit. Like I said, all these things are properly labeled. So right, so in case you want to replace the image is pulling direct image from Unsplash. So all you just need to do, like I showed you, upload the image in a proper file, then pull the slash. Do you understand? You put the slash. So that's just it. Or you can leave the image there because this is Unsplash. The image is not going anywhere. So if you want to change the text as it's going, so the text, let me show you where you do that. Sorry, the fancy text elements that you want to do. So this is where you are going to change it so that you say okay, the fancy element. So this is you are expert, you are creative, you are innovative, you are professional. So say creative. So if you want to change it, just make sure that they are both in the column and the comma is properly. In case you want to add to it, you can just copy and make sure they are inside this bracket, this kind of brackety thing. So the worst you understand. So this is how it's done. So in case you don't know much, you can just leave it like this. This is just to protect your website. Anybody that lands on this is not going to think much because they know this is actually a real banking system. Do you get? So now let's close that. So now I think we've done that. So now let's log in into our admin panel. So now we are going to log into our admin panel. So right now, so we just do alt/login. So that's how you log into the admin panel. So once you click enter, so it's going to take us to the manager login. So which is here. As you can see, the manager login still maintain that beautiful system. So we come here, we put admin@admin. So you can change this because I'll be changing this when I'm handing over to the client because this is actually a client's website. So a lot of things I do here will be changed later on when I'm handing it over, but this for the sake of tutorial, I just have to go through the number, so which is admin 123. So then we log in. So now we are in the dashboard. So it's loading. So now we are in the dashboard. So this is the dashboard. And so this is the dashboard now. So now let me save this for now. So the dashboard, let me just take you through the system and what you're going to be doing. So right now, this is a dashboard that you see the overview of what's going on your site. I believe many of you that probably are already into banking should be already familiar with this dashboard, but for the sake of the new people and the beginners, so let's take you through the whole system. So this is the dashboard of where you get all the basic information that is going on your website. So you can see the total deposit on all this. So your number of users. So you come here to the manage user. So you can add as many users as you like, but currently now we only have one user on the system right now. So the user is used to test the system. So mind you, let's just come to manage user. So once you come to manage user, so everything you want to do for the user is here. First of all, this is the overview of the user. Um, so this is overview of the user. So this is the total balance. This is the Bitcoin balance. This is the account limit. This is the grant limit. This is the doesn't have loan and is verified. So you can debit or credit directly here. This is a quick action button. So you can see all the information of the user. This is the Bitcoin wallet. You can give them wallet address. So where they are that all those I don't need to tell you much. So these are all the codes that they have so far and everything. This system comes with 5 code per saver compared to the normal 3 code out there. So this is comes with 5 code. So now, if you want to manage your user, so you can just come to action. So these are all the things you can perform on the user side. So now let's first of all start with the credits and debit of the user. So you can easily credit the user with any amount. So let me just show you. So now we currently have 290,680. So let's just add 10,000. So that's 300,000. So this 10,000. So account balance. So you can choose whether it's Bitcoin balance or account balance, but it's account balance. So you can do let's say check deposits, then we can do um let's just do this, Anthony, then description, consultation. Let's leave the address, enter the date. Let's just give it a day. Let's just give it like Monday of this week. And let's leave the time enter. So no, don't send in. You can send email and SMS, but no, let's just fund. So as you can see, action successful. As you can see now, we have 300,680 as our balance. So now we come back here again. So in case this thing is not, just push it up so that you can, just push it up like this so that I can. So now you can debit. So the same process as credit. So it's debit. You can deduct money from the account, but let's not go through that. I'm trying to keep this video very small so you can generate transaction with any amount. Let's just say $10, 3,000. So you don't want to generate much. Account. Okay. So if you want to select this one now, you can allow it to select different type of transaction, credit, debits. I don't want to waste more time on this, but this is very easy to choose. So you can easily say that whether you want to do the credit transaction, you want to do the debit transaction, but okay, let's do debit transaction. So you have to let's do debit transaction so that you can show that okay, the person spent from the account. So let's do from January this year, January 1st this year to their current date, let's say Thursday, 2 days ago. All right, then number of transaction, let's make it 30. Then we generate transaction. So now we generate 10,000. So when we do the debit, you can see now our money has gone to 252,618. So which means that we've generated a transaction of spending. So now for you to be able to see what we are doing, let's quickly log in into the client account. So we can log in let's quickly log into the dashboard, front end dashboard. So to see what's happening. in the front end. So as you can see, so we log in. So we're currently logging now. So this is the dashboard. The dashboard is partitioned into two card. So this is different from what's out there. So the two card, in case you want the client to be able to see both the USD balance and the crypto balance. As you can see, it's two cards, so you can keep your USD or your crypto. And let's say you don't want the client to see the crypto balance, you can easily just tap here and off it. Once you off it, you can see there's no slider here for you to swap between the card. There's no swappable card, so it's just going to be just that balance. So, but in case you want to show it, you can just toggle it on back, and then if you come back, you can see the crypto balance. So that's how the system is. I can see recent activities. This is our, as you can see, the debit amount of how the charges were made. So now, so these are the transaction recent activities. All you can do is just do view history. So then you see all the transaction that has been made. As you can see, debit, credit. So this is the credit we made. So this is the debit. So as you can see, we have 15 of, so there's a lot of charges and it comes with the receipt. So as you can see, so the money that was sent, as you can see, transfer to savings account and all that. So let's just close. Let's go back to dashboard. So now you've seen how you can debit. So should you do the credit also, or should you just move on? Okay, let's just do the general transaction for credit. So that one will be between $100 to 100,000. So this one is going to be big. So our money is currently at 252,000 now. So let's do credit. Let's do from same January 1st to let's say last time we received money, let's say last month 26th of last month. So you know, we receive more than we spend more than we so let's just make this one, you know, 14. So 14 is big enough. Between that, let's just make it 8. So 8 is enough. So as you can see, even though we put it 8, you can see how it boosts our account to 592. So now let's come here and reload our page. As you can see, our recent transaction is credit. I don't like it. So this is just recent. So I think you just have to mix it somehow. So it's still recent, but as you can see, the debit is still much more updated than the credit. As you can see, the debit is still more. As you can see, yeah. So this is one of the debt credits. This is credit. So I don't want to take much of our time. So let's just keep checking. So now we've tested the generate transaction, right? So now let's do the edit balance. You can manually edit the balance if you want to, but you don't need to do that because you have enough money there. So then I can't use a mini limit if you want to do daily limits, or if you want to do weekly limits and all that, so you can do that, but that's on you to decide. Saying to my manage, don't worry about this tool. Okay. The tool that if you enable it, it means that you want the client to be able to be receiving code before they log in, but you are not enable that. So you can change the profile, so we are not doing that. So I think we're good. So you can reset the password if you want to. You can do that, then you can turn on. Okay, I think the account is currently done now, so you turn it off so that the clients can make transaction on the account. All right, so as you can see, this is one of our things, our monthly spend. As you can see, monthly spend, we have spent 21,000 this month. This is active. All right, so one other thing, if you want to clear the account, we are not doing that. So if you want to edit the client information, so this is where you can edit the client information, This is where you edit the Bitcoin wallet. So if you want to this one now, if you want to change the currency symbol for each client, this is one of the update of the system. You can do it here. So each client can have their own currency, can change their nationality, so their address, their name, so then the account number, the Bitcoin wallet address, the file, the what's it called, then all the codes. So you can see we have about 5 code here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we have about 5 code here. You can change the account, set the account limit, then the ground limit, then the 4 digit code. Then you can change the account status from active to inactive to old and suspend. So that being said, so what other things do we do? So send email, you can personally send email to the user from here. So, but we're not doing that. Oh, let me just show it to you. So I think it's good. So testing hello user, you good? Oh, it's not gonna go because we haven't set up the email sending features yet. So we'll come back and do this. Hopefully we remember. Then we log in as user, which is what we're able to do here. Then you can check in the login activities if you want to check the user login activities. So this is it. So this particular system, a lot of people have logged into the user because I've given for people to test before I start making the video. Then you can block the user, then you can delete the user. So I think those ones are self-explanatory. So now that's all for the manage user. So then unless we are going to skim through some of the features like this grant application now, as you can see, it's just for the client. The client have option to apply for grants, which is here in the front end. So you can apply for grants on the system. As you can see, apply as individual and apply as a company. So then once they apply, you can easily manage it right here. So do you understand? So now we come back. So let's leave that so that you can create user directly from the admin dashboard. So the username and the password and all that. So mind you, there's one of the reasons why we create user. You can create user directly from the admin password because it's going to bypass the KYC verification thing. But if they try to set up the account from the front end, it's going to prompt them to do the KYC. So that's just the only difference, but it's the same thing. So now this is the new user application. So if they do it from the front end, is this where you can view their KYC. As you can see, this is where you can see their KYC application, then you can verify it. So in the KYC, you can collect their photo, their ID, and all their basic information. And once you are satisfied with this information, you can then approve or reject. So because without their KYC, they can't make any transaction on that system. So then transfer transaction. So this is when you see all the transaction that has been made on the system. So these are all the transactions that has been made on the system by all your user. So transfer, right? So this is the money that has been transferred. So this is the transfer history to see all the history. So you can see these are the one we created earlier. So that's that. So this is where you view the user deposit. So your user have the potential to deposit with any amount in case they want to make deposit, they can deposit. All right, so they can deposit by a credit card. So mostly it's not advisable. So they can deposit by USDT, bank transfer, PayPal, and Bitcoin, and any other payment system you enable on the admin side, which we are going to get to very soon. But this is where you manage it. So once you confirm, then you can then have the option to accept or you reject, right? So let's quickly test that. Let's quickly test that. So bam, bam, bam. Let's do USDT. Let's do 500. Then let's continue. Though we haven't set our payment system, I won't show you, but we have a default payment system, as you can see right here. So now all we just need to do is they need to do is copy the address here or scan this thing. Once they scan, then they can easily copy the address here or scan, and once they are satisfied, they upload a proof of payment. So let me quickly just find some documents or some picture to upload so that we can move on. Let me just upload something like this. They have to upload a proper proof, but this is just a test, so that's why I'm just uploading a random image. So as you can see, account funded successfully. Please wait for the system to validate your transaction. Then once we reload this page, as you can see, our user deposit, you can see that the user have deposit is currently on pending. So the user too is definitely going to see that their transaction is on pending. So if they check their recent activities, okay, it's not yet here. So it's not here. So it's going to be part of their pending balance actually. So this is part of pending balance actually, but let's go. So the 500 is it. So let's come here. So we check. So if you are satisfied with the email you received, then we come back, we go back, then we process. Now that we've processed, if you come back here, sorry, so this is our current balance 532 163. So this should be 663. So so this is the money we deposit right now. So as you can see, this is the money we deposit. So now let's check. So as you can see, it's down 663 because the admin just approved our transaction. If you come into our view transaction, we should be able to see it. It should be our recent transaction, which is this one. As you can see, it's cryptocurrency funding. So now let's go back to our dashboard. All right, so next thing now, we've checked the user deposit. So the loan application, all this one are pretty straightforward. So I'm just going to skip through it. So the user have the opportunity to apply for loan here. So which is it. So they just go through it, process, apply for the loan, and they fill out the information. You can manage it here and see. So you can see active loan. You can see there's no loan, so it's working properly. The virtual card too, or card, they can apply for cards right here. So user can apply for cards right here. So there's one pending right now. Let's quickly, so this is the one pending right now. So let's quickly accept this. So approve. Then once you approve, it's going to load. It's active now. So now let's reload this. I think it should be active now. So now we have an active card. As you can see, we can now view the details of our card. As you can see, now you can view the details of our card. So flip the card. You can flip the card to see your CVV number. So which is this. So the system is awesome for this, as you can see. So now that's the card for the card transaction. The IRS refund, that's one too is pretty much straightforward. It's just for the user, so which is tax refund. So your user fill in their name and their social security number, then their admin login details and their country, and once they submit, you can easily view it here. Or refund, you can see, and you can view it here. Then you can do view details. So you can definitely see their details, their full name, SSN, their ID email, and their ID password. And as you can see, so these are all testing. So now let's move away from here. So now back to here. So you are using both the admin to show you all the email service. So it's same thing as we check on the admin can send email to all the user at once, or they can send email to all the user at once, or they can use select which of these I want to send email to. Do you understand? So you can choose your user. So if I select, so we really have one user, which is this, then you can tap our email and send to them. So now the admin can add manager. You can have someone else to manage your system for you and give them a role. So once you give them the role, depends on what they can do. So we are not going to waste much time on that. Then you can manage them. If you want to delete any new manager, you can. You can see, you can set their password and delete. So that's that. So now the main final thing of the system is the settings. Currently now, so my settings is on. the default settings of the file I uploaded, which is working with Aurevia, all this thing, Aurevia Trust Holdings. So, but this particular system now is not Aurevia Trust Holdings, it's Clayton Groove Holdings. So we need to actually adjust our site to be putting out that name, which is Clayton Groove Holdings. So now we go first of all attend to this here. So 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 creating group for this is done. So now you can copy this and paste it here. So welcome to. So I think that's good. Then another keyword right now. So I think this is good. You can change the address right here. So I'm going to be changing that for the client later. So the website URL, which is going to be your website. So you can just come here, copy the and paste it here. It's going to be displayed across your site, some of the receipt and all that. So it's important is there. If you want your WhatsApp to be popping, you can put your WhatsApp number here. It will probably redirect. And if you have a TDO live ID, but there's a way you can embed your live chat without using TDO. So it's on the main domain. And I would advise you turn this off, because if you don't, it's going to be crashing your site. You have to have the proper API to make use of. You have to have proper API to make use of SMS, and I don't know, it's expensive somehow. So this is where you are going to put your API for your SMS in case you want to make use of one. So this is where you can put it, and then you can then activate it. And I'm not sure, but like I said, leave it off. So this is where we are going to be inputting the logo and the five icon. So right now I've not designed the logo yet, so I'm still gonna pause. Let's update this first so that our site can change. As you can see, it has changed to Clinton rules on here. So now it's still reading Aurevia here. So let's just come to dashboard, automatically reload. So now the name is now Clayton Groove for this. So now let's log out. So okay, I don't want to log out, so let's just open this on another browser. All right, so now if you enter it now, it's going to load. You can see the name has changed to Clinton Groove Holding, so it's going to change across all the sites. So that's why I showed you that site name, don't mess with it. Those are dynamic text. I like it on light screen, as you can see. So it changed across all the sites. So now all we just need to change now is our logo. All we need to change now is our logo. Once we do that, then we can go from there. So now let's go. All right, so okay, let's do the rest of it. So if you want to adjust your transfer code, so this is the transfer code. Like I said, it has 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5. So you can toggle them on and off right here. So if you wanted to send OTP even after transfer code, you can toggle everything on here. So the transfer code now, so once you put it, this is the message it's going to send. Make sure this message is not too long, because if it's too long, the system will crash. So make sure it's not too long, as you can see. So if you want to change anything, just change it right. So it's very simple. So we don't need to do much here. So now this email here is going to display here. Let me show you. So we have to, so it's going to display in our contact page. So in our contact page and in our let me see, home pre-footer. So it's going to display here also. Sorry, right here. So let's quickly attend to that. So you can just leave it as support, then at our domain. then the site currency makes sense, we can change it. If you do, please just avoid this place. Don't do this. Don't do this redirect. It might crash your site. So leave the KYC on. Don't turn it off on registration. You can do email verification or not, but I like to leave it disabled. So that the system can so it's saved. Then come here. So this is where we can set up our email server. So let's put it right here. So now let's change this email from. So come here. No, come here. So you need to copy the Clinton Grove. Clinton Grove Holdings. That's the name of the bank. So we'll come here and we paste it here. So I think that's good. I noticed I got a notification one time. If you are using send mail means that your hosting is good using their PHP mailer to help you send the mail. But if it's SMTP you want to use, you have to set up the SMTP here, and then there's a way you have to come back to this here ANV and paste the SMTP. You can paste it above this Radis, you can just paste it there. That will put the SMTP code in the what's it called, in the text notes, in case you want to use the SMTP. Maybe your hosting provider doesn't have send mail, but Hostingers to mention that they've stopped the provision, but some of my sites is still working with send mail. So let's just test it now. That so you can change your theme color, but that one is by the way. So now we are done with the app settings. So for us to know whether our mail is working, because if your mail is working, you are going to be getting a lot of server error if your mail is not working. But okay, let's come to manager. Let's just message the client directly, the one we wanted to test it the other time, which is send email. So now let's do the testing. Hello, wanna check if the send mail is working. So said. Let's see. Hopefully it's still working. I think it's still working. So because if he's not sending, it should definitely throw back a 500 error here. But for us to confirm it's actually sending, let's come back and check our mail. A lot of my domain has expired. Alright, so I can't see anything here yet. This is the email they use it. So let's come to spam. Maybe it's enter spam. Oh, it's in spam. So this is it here. So it's sending email properly. So that's good. Alright. So it's testing email. Hello. Check email. So you can report it not spam. So just warm it up. Once you report it not spam. So okay, it has sent some bunch of messages here also. So yeah, I forgot it. Even if our email is not working, this send mail won't have worked. This deposit won't have worked. Let's report non spam. Let's report non spam. So come back to our email. So this was when before we changed, but now that we changed, so this is what I bring. Alright, so this is the so support that. Right. So this is when he's using the PHP mailer. So that's why it's like that. So if you want to use the SMTP, you can set it up. That's no problem. You can reach out to me to set it up. Alright, so I think we are good in. We are good in. We are good in. So because it enters spam, it has to do with my own hosting IP, because it's not well warm up. But once you warm it up, you should have no problem. Your email should be entering inbox without stress. Alright, so I think that's good. I think that's all. So now I have to go now and what's it called? Create the I need to come and create the proper logo for here, the logo and icon. So once I create the logo and icon, then I think we'll be done with the setting up of the system. So as you can see, it's a very straightforward system and all that. Okay, one of the things I just say, okay, two ways that you can change your password. So you can change your password here. You can change your password right here, or you can basically, because if you want to change the username, login details, you can come here and log into Ad Manager. So provide the name, provide the last name, put a proper email here. It can be admin@yoursite.com, which I'm going to do. So then you can leave the phone number, just put any random so that you can put it, then give it a super admin. Give it a super admin, because super admin is one that have access to everything I showed you. And manager admin have limited access. It can't do the settings, even though you don't need settings, but I think you should give it a super admin. So, and a super admin can manage super admin. You can't delete user, so you can't delete manager. So once you do that, then give it your password. Then once you save, and you can see that you save, come to the administrator and come to manage admin. So you should be able to see your own account here also. Once you see your own account here, log out and log in with that information. Then once you log in with that information, then you can come here and delete this one. Do you get? You can come here and delete this one privilege. So another way you can do it is come into your dashboard, sorry, into your database, PHP my admin, come to admin table, and you can manually change the administration information. So come here to edit, change this to admin at your domain. So if you work well for it, then this particular password hash key, so you can generate your own hash key for your own unique password by going to this site bycrypt.online. As you can see, it's very simple, bycrypt.online. So just go there. Then once you go there, put in your unique password here, my password. Then once you put your naked password there, this is the password you'll be using to log in. But this is the, so you now generate the hash. So this hash here is where you copy, then you come here and paste it in your database, PHP admin. Once you do that, I'm not doing that yet because I'm doing my own of the camera of the screen. So then you just click on go. Once you click on go, it automatically updates. Then all you just need to do is come back here, log out. Once you log out, then you log in with that information, then you are good to go. So I think that's that. So for now, let me quickly go and work on the logo, and I'll come back, I'll upload the logo and I'll show you. Then, oh, another thing, sorry, I skipped it. So the payment settings, sorry, my bad. So now we only work on the app settings. Now let's work on the payment settings. The reference payment setting is pretty direct. So these are the default one that comes with it. You can easily enter here and disable it. So this is on currency. So you put the logo, you can get the logo on the internet, logo URL, put it there. So instead of the account number, put your ads here. So you can put the account name or something, I don't know. But you can just enable or disable. Let's disable because we don't want to use it. So save. So if you come back, PayPal as disable. So then you can just come to, so you can create our own new payment. So once you come here, so you have this blank payment that you fill. You can choose between crypto. Crypto will bring your address and your code. This you don't need to generate this. Thank God is optional because the system automatically generates your barcode for you. You can test it before you put your there, then you put your network, and you put all the information. Then if it's currency, let's say you want to use your bank, so you put your bank name, account name, then account number. So let's say it's PayPal now. You can put your PayPal, so your PayPal. So there's the PayPal, then you put your PayPal email here. So to serve as your email, then just use the number, just put any. You can put hash. I think hash should be able to work. Hash, okay. Hash is not working. So you just put 0 or something there, then you save. So that being said, that's how you set up your payment. So you can play with it and see, but you can disable this or enable and all that. So that's another one, which in the settings, which is the appearance settings. So now as you can see, this has this I don't even know what color is this wine or something, this unique color, right? So this is where you can adjust the color. So like I said, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, the system use Tailwind CSS. So you use Tailwind CSS for the color. So now this is your primary color, this is your foreground color. Leave your primary foreground color. Foreground color is just like the white, so you can see it's in white, so let it be white on the color. So now this, so the foreground color means that a color that will contrast on the primary color, and white will contrast on here. So if you are using whitish color, then you can change your foreground color to a dark color like black or so, but my color is dark, so that's it. So you can first of all put your primary color, which is your main color. So then once you get your main color, so just copy this color code here. Once you copy the color code, then you can go to ChatGPT. So once you get ChatGPT, just tell it that generate a tailwind CSS from 50, the lightest, 700, the darkest for this. Then put it in color so that you can know which color you want to generate your tailwind CSS for. So once you do that, then just put it. So ChatGPT will generate a tailwind CSS code for you. So it's just basically a color variation of the original color that goes from light to dark. Do you understand? So let it work. Again, what's on my ChatGPT. Alright, so now as you can see, ChatGPT have generated the tailwind CSS for us. So as you can see, this is the lightest, which is 50, and the darkest, which is 700. So all you just need to do is just come here, and this place you have to type it out so you can copy. So just come here. So now this is your 50, 100, 200, 300, 400, 600, 700. So what's ChatGPT for us? 50, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. So I guess this one skip 500. So if I were you, I'm just going to skip 100, right? I'm going to skip 50 rather, and start with 100, because the 100 will be very light. So the 100 will be very light. Let's check the lightness of the 100. Do it on Google. As you can see, this is the 100 of that color, of this set color. So now imagine the 50 will be around here. So now let's use Google to check out our color. All right. So now let me check another color. Let's check. So I can start with 100. Then now my 500 will now be my 400. So let's check our darkest color. As you can see, these are our darkest color. Now, so ChatGPT already indicate that our base color is on 500, so it's between the darkest and the lightest. So that's how it is. So now you can check our 400 color to see. All right, you can see it's a little bit above our original color. Now let's check our original color, which is this. Can see this is our original color, so our 400 is between that and there. So basically this is it. So this is our original color here, then this is the darker variation of it. So that's how you do clean the tailwind CSS. This is how you adjust all this color here. So once you adjust all the color, just go start copy here, then change it to S code. Then you can't paste, it doesn't allow pasting, so you have to type it manually. So just copy the S code in your head. So now let's say I want to type this. Okay, Now let me go back and put in the 50. So I don't want to mess with the color actually, because I like the color very, very much. So, but you can change the color without stress. You can change the color without stress. So let's do it like this. I'm sorry about that. Uh, so let me just change my base color to, let me just change my base color, my primary color to something else. So let's make it this. So copy. So I can't copy actually. So 52064B. 52064B. So it should be 52064B. Yeah, as you can see, the color landed there. So now, if I come down here and save, I'm still going to bring my original color back. So let's save. So it is somewhat mess up. As you can see, it has changed the color here. So if I come here, I think it should be obvious here. As you can see, it has changed the dynamic of this card. And if I still go to my front end also, it should be able to change somewhere around there, like change the dynamic of the color for me. Alright, so let me do add refresh. Alright, so it's not that obvious yes, because most of these parties using the tailwind per se, they are not using the primary color. So I think that's why it's not that visible on the front end. But I have to change all those tailwind color. So the styling is designed with tailwind CSS. So you pull in the admin settings, so you don't have to worry. You can change all your color. Of course, there are some hard coded color like this is hard code. This is hard code color. So all these are hard code color. So you can't change it, but this one still is the tailwind CSS. So all these are hard code color, so you don't have to. But the major color there are this one now is using the tailwind CSS. It wasn't before, but it's now using the tailwind CSS. It's using the darkest color of the system. So do you understand? So all right, now I need to revert this back to my original color, which is 3B 1F 2B. So 3B 1F 2B. Now if I come back and save, my original color will be back. As you can see, it's back. And if I do add refresh here, Control F5, and you're going to go back to its default. As you can see, this color is cool, it's professional, and it's classy, and it's premium. So for a bank account, so that's that. So I think those are the major things you need to know. So you can adjust your color here. So once you adjust your color here, it's going to affect every major color across the system. And this is what you just need to do. You just need to use ChatGPT to generate the tailwind CSS. You can use any of the AI to generate the tailwind CSS. They understand the tailwind CSS code. So rather than you having to guess the code manually, just use tailwind CSS to generate the color series, and you'll be good. All right. So normally tailwind CSS is usually between 500 to 900, but we are doing 700 because 700 should be our darkest. So that being said, I think right now, so let me quickly go work on the logo. Once I'm done with the logo, I'll be back and then we will do a final roundup of the system. All right, so I just quickly finished working on the logo. So I tried to maintain the color I was using before, so which is this color and the secondary color. All right, now so now I've already put it on the what's it called, the resolution, which is 200 by 100, and I just need to export. I'm using Adobe Illustrator. I know many of you are not what's it called, well, graphic designer, so you shouldn't worry yourself about this. Just make sure you get it in the right aspect ratio, which is 200 by 100 or 200 by 80. My own is 200 by 80 because I needed space for the extended, so any of it can work on your website. So now I'm just gonna export this. I'm gonna export it as PNG. Alright, so alright, so I save. Alright, then now I need to do the five icon, which is just the logo. So basically it's supposed to be 100 by 100, but I prefer to use 500 by 500, so that one doesn't matter. 512 by 512. So I just copy this and then set it up. I think this is good. Okay, so I think this is good for an icon. So then I'll export it also. Then the name will be Clayton. Okay, then to be icon. I think that's good. Alright. Alright, now so I think we're good now. So now sorry. So now we swap it out. So currently this is our logo, so we need to put the proper one there. So we'll come back to app settings. After we come to app settings, then we'll come here. So the logo, you can see it's written here also 200 by 100%. Sorry, pixel. Alright, so yeah, here's it. Upload, then let's upload the five icon to us and for. Alright, so here's the five icon. Then now we'll update. Now that I update, it has changed here, but now let's do add refresh here, Control F5. So it can be updated on the logo also, on the dashboard also. As you can see, it is here. So it's looking a little bit small here, so I don't like it. So I'll probably increase the resolution, but let's go and change the front end first. So if let's see what it shows on the front end, Control F5 also. Alright, it's too small. So I guess that particular 80 is not giving me what I want, so I think I should increase it. I'll probably have to figure out the solution outside of the system. Though many people are okay with this kind of size, but I'm not satisfied with it. I'm not. So I need it to be more bigger and I need it to full. But I think it's okay. This color is not working, but that's by the way. I can always fix it. So our logo is, well, this is okay now and presentable enough for the clients. So now I didn't test the, what's it called, we haven't tested the login for the user, so let's log in and then we now test the what's it called, the mobile responsiveness. So let's try to log in so that you can have that login experience. So this is the login page for the client. So then you come here, we do, so this is the email I use for the account, then the password is, alright, so then we sign in. So once you sign in, so it's going to redirect you to put in your PIN. So let's save. So you put in PIN, so you put 1 2 3 for the PIN. So then you can verify. Then voila, so we are in the account now. So these are the transactions and you are getting all this notification. So and the account now. So but now we haven't checked the mobile responsiveness because the system, I know I showed you earlier that there are some settings that it happens, it shows on mobile, doesn't show on desktop. So let's quickly test the mobile responsiveness. So let's use mobile simulator. So you use iPhone. So this is the mobile system. As you can see, it still maintain that nice design. You can see the mobile write-up is different from the desktop version. You can see we have more details here. It's more centered, it's more different. So as you can see, the design still maintain its design and all that. So the reason why the mobile is different is that the login and register is very easy and accessible for the clients. So they don't have to click on a drop down or be looking for something. It's right here on the system anywhere they scroll to, and it's right here too on the hero page. So now let's log in by the mobile. Sorry, don't know why it's logging. Alright, so you saw me put the details. So this is the mobile view. You can see the mobile login page is different from that of desktop. So now let's log in. And the mobile, so it will prompt you to type in the stuff. So let's type. So pin access. So now I need to inform you that you can see the mobile design is completely different from the desktop view, as you can see, and the mobile design too was well worked on. Like the slider is still here. I can see this is your crypto, this is your normal fiat wallet. So it's still same on the same settings on mobile. On desktop is on mobile. In case you don't want to see this crypto, you can easily click on this and hide it. You can see the slider is not active anymore. So then you can check the mobile. So these are our cards, the card we applied for earlier. So this is right here. So these are the quick financial service for the loan grant federal capital support. This is your account out. Basically the transaction we make. So it shows how much we spend and how much we receive. So we spend a lot. So now this is our recent transaction. So we receive a lot rather. So that's that. So and for the mobile, if you want to access all the menus, so these are the quick thing you need. If you want to access all the menu, just click on here. I need to show you the whole sidebar that you have on the desktop. So that's that. So you can see the mobile design. All this color can be easily adjusted from the admin, like I showed you earlier. So this color is controlled by the admin, so you don't have to worry. There's no hard-coded color. Everything is controlled by the admin except for the card. The card is designed and hard-coded, but this was a hard-coded color, but it makes this beautiful. Well, this card is part of your admin control. This are part of your admin control. These are part of your admin control. This is part of your admin control. As you can see, if you come into profile, so this color are what you control from the admin. So that's just it. The system is very well worked on, and it's quite unique, and the toggle of that screen and all is still actively working. So and you can check it for the desktop also. So you can see it's working perfectly. So I think let's complete the whole system. So if you are interested in this particular system, do not hesitate to reach out to me, and I'll be happy to provide you with the system. And anyone that I bought from me knows that I provide a very good after sales service. I will help you set it up, and any question you have, I can easily help you sort it. So I think now I should just get back to the so I think that's all we need to do. So the system, our logo is input and everything is there. So the system is all set for delivery. We've tested the email is working. We've tested everything we need to test. Everything is working in that, and yeah, that's all. Thank you.